Hello, Randy Rain here, and I have another TOMY Digital Daredevil. Now, I've done at least 2 of these, I know, and I learn something new every time I do it. That's because these are a challenge. So, let me get started. It doesn't seem to be too scratched up. It's got a sticker, but that'll come off, and it'll clean up, look nice. I know the little motorcycle guy. That's the trickiest part, really. Let's see. So there's some things that I'm starting to remember. I remember this. The wires are going underneath this little switch here. And this switch is moving this thing. Also remember there is a screw under here, I think. But that comes off. This and the spring. The spring's on there. There we go. Got this one and a spring. Oh yeah, this is the big long spring. Remember that. Okay, that can stay. This can stay too, because there's a piece underneath there. And I think you can get this off now. And so I'm trying to remember how it goes. Some of the screws are going to be holding the unit together. It's holding 2 pieces together and not holding the piece to the main board. This one, however, I do believe is holding on to the main board. I think this one down here as well, but not that one. I think this one maybe. And I think there's a secret one under here. Yeah. Okay, there's still one more, and that was it. I did remember that. I don't think, maybe it is this one. It was. Okay, there was a piece over here I forgot to take out, and this knob will come off. But I guess I should have taken this off first, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it should have come out all as one in the first place, like that. And we should have just desoldered everything. And this can pop those out. Okay, I'm going to undo this yellow one. This magnet wire here, that is going to a solenoid. Undo this purple and green combination. I can take this black one off. Yeah. And that frees from here. Let's see. This will pop out. There. It's this little guy right here that's crazy. And I believe there was a spring somewhere too. And that is what locks him in place. And then boom. And you see, it won't go past. You push this and it comes up. And it makes connection right here to these 2. Now, there's gears here that are constantly going to be trying to turn this thing down like this, and that's going to make it look like it's riding. So that the gears keep it down like this. This thing pushes that. This moves and lifts it up away from the gears. And then when you reset it, this big long gear here rotates it until it clicks here, and then turning this right here, see, it makes it want to go down. And then when you jump, all it's doing is pulling away from the gear so it doesn't do the thing. And then when you land, the gears connect again and it starts wanting to go. It's very, very clever. And I missed the spring popping off here, but I am almost sure it goes right there. There's this little pin right here that's connecting onto over here, because this is the track that it rides in. There's another one connecting here. There's two slots. There's a slot here and there's a slot here. There's a big slot here and a small slot here. And that's the pro and amateur. And so whenever those things all connect, they activate this little solenoid that makes this thing down here activate. So let's get inside this thing. And there's a noise maker. Okay, get off of there. Yep, better take that solenoid off right there. There's still something. There it goes. Oh, don't fall apart on me. Oily everywhere. Let's take the motor out. So that's going to be spinning this one. Little planetary gear system here. Let's have a look at some of these gears. Those all seem fine. Aha! Found one. That's a tin tooth there. I think it's okay, but I'll replace it. This is the trouble one right here. Take that off. That tin tooth is very much cracked, and that's an easy replacement. So the problem is this is cracking, and I don't have one of these. That's the problem with these crown ones. Very seldom do I actually have one. When this happens, I just use my heat pin, try to repair it. There's no crack anymore because I melted it away. Go ahead and replace this tin tooth, even though it's not cracked. It will be. Oh yeah, and right here as well. Back to this planetary gear system. And there's two little stops here. One of them was going to be here, and the other one of these is going to be doing nothing at one point. And then the other position is it's turning this one and turning down here to here. Got a different kind of gear down here. But you can see this gear down here is the one moving this thing. This is what I'm looking for. Yes. There's the solenoid. This is the thing grabbing this planetary gear system right here. It's got a little locking system right here, but it's very gummy. This needs to be cleaned up because there's some nasty grease here. I guess I should take this whole thing apart and clean it and put new grease and stuff in here. Alright, let's have a look at the solenoid. It's starting to work a little better. When power is put to it, it's going to do this. Pull it to there. You can see that works pretty well. But to release it, the thing's going to be lift up here. And you can see it's getting better, but it's rather gummed up. So I'm going to use 3-in-1 silicone oil here. So you can see a little crack starting to form. I've got that one. It's a compound gear, but whatever. Go back to here. They had grease down here, so I'm going to put some white lithium grease in these spots here. So now that one can go in. Now the solenoid can go back in. This planetary gear comes to there. It's going to be turning that one. When the solenoid goes off, it's going to move around. Now it's going to start turning that one and turning here. Put my superior grease like that. And then this one is the one turning that there. And that's what lifts up this solenoid. And that went in there. Because that did that. So this one turns that one, which turns the timer. I know this one went there. I know this one went there. That one went there. This one was there. That one was there. No. That one was there. Very much so. Now, that one went there. This one here. This is the one for the little bike that makes it stay down. Alright, I better clean this motor. Oh yeah, that's a dirty motor. Little grease on the computator. Take a 9-volt. Wonder if you can put this in afterwards too. May be able to. What if I took this out? Like that. I think I got it working. Can this go on now? This has to go in and touch there. And so, yes, don't try putting all that on at first. That is something I did not know. There you go. That's why I didn't understand it. I had it backwards. I thought that pulled that over there. It doesn't. It shoots it that away. I took this thing off because it was annoying me, but I'm going to put it right back here. This thing, get in its place. This can all be one piece. I was to slide this guy in. These freaking wires. Right there. Oh yeah, we can get these two together. Just like that. When this thing hits, this ramp right here is pushing the motorcycle up. And if it's too hard for it to do it, it could be you got the spring in the wrong spot. If it's not resetting properly, you got the spring in the wrong spot. I believe that's why there are two of them here. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, now I have it working. So if I put some power to it, you can see that this spot right here, I can move this back and forth, and this is where it's changing speeds, high and low. I can push this little shaft down here, and that is the jump button. You can see it go into the jumping phase. And if you look down here at the motorcycle, there's a terminal, and it's touching a metal plate. And as it jumps up, it eventually stops touching that metal plate. And then it comes back down and it's touching again. And when those little things poke through these slots right here, that means you're at an obstacle. And so these would be touching. And if you're not jumped up, it's touching there at the motorcycle. And that will trigger the solenoid. And that switches that planetary gear to the noise maker and to the gear that pushes this thing on the bottom to the side. And eventually it will run out of teeth, and so it will stop. And that's what pushes up the motorcycle away from the gears and flips that trigger. That is the negative part of that goes to the motor. One go through here. This one has to go through here as well. This little spring goes here, like that. So it's being pulled down, rides on that shaft, and it's going to go to the counter. Alright, I cleaned everything out. This little counter section here, it just comes right out. So this one, this piece goes in here. Yep. Because that's the reset. The reset gets this big long spring. It goes like this, I think. You can see it lifts this one away, so it stops the counter. And it pushes this thing back that was triggered by the solenoid. And I forgot to put this damn thing in there, didn't I? Can you get this thing in there? Oh, you can. Okay. And this spring goes here. So you're pushing that down there. Here's this plate. So there it is, another working digital Daredevil. I knew this was a tough one, but I think if I did it again, I could fly right through it. But anyway, you want to see this one in action because it's on eBay. So here it is. So yeah, if you want to help the channel out, go to eBay, throw down a bid. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I'd like to thank these people right here. These are the patrons. These are the people helping me out and bringing you the Digital Daredevil. And I thank them oh so very much. I couldn't do any of this stuff without them. And I thank them. And so if you'd like to become a patron, and there's perks and stuff, all that, check the links below. Anyway, thanks for watching.